Sports pregame show.
Greetings, NBA fans. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson, and seated beside me, Kenny the Jet Smith and the Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. We're bringing you the Chicago Bulls out at United Center as they'll face off against the Los Angeles Lakers. Taking a look at the Lakers, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. And Kobe Bryant now in the twilight of his career. Very few have had his fuel and his drive. Shaq, you played with him. Give me your thoughts on Kobe.
Yes, he has 5 championships. Yes, he's passed up Michael Jordan in scoring, but he wants to win more than anyone else in the league. He still obsesses over it. He's the biggest critic, and it drives his game. We don't know if this is going to be his last year. He said he doesn't know, but this guy wants to be the best ever.
But you have to admire how he's adapted his game year by year by year, and by the body that he has to do it with. When he was younger, jumping out the gym. Then all of a sudden, as he's getting older, he's posts up more, went down and worked with Akeem Olajuwon. This guy is a true professional.
With the game just about ready to tip, we send you to Kevin Harlan for the call.
The great one, Michael Jordan. His mark left indelibly on the city of Chicago. It's the Lakers, and they're doing business on the road. It's an interconference NBA matchup. At the United Center, Chicago fans are cheering for their Bulls. A time-honored tradition, the NBA on 2K Sports, Sunday Night Hoops action. Delighted to have all of you with us here tonight. I'm Kevin Harlan, and here with me today, Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And it's going to be the Bulls off the tip. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Kobe and Randall, the forward duo. Russell is out there with Clarkson, and it's Hibbert in at the 5. Now here's Rose, 6 on the shot clock. And the shot falls short this time.
You love the closeout on that possession.
Excellent defense, active, and he made it a very tough shot for him.
Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation.
And a lot of teams are looking for coaches that embrace analytics and look at data-driven approaches. Coach Scott is not one of those guys. He's an old-school coach who goes with his own perception.
Los Angeles shooting their first free throw of the evening. And former Coach of the Year Byron Scott now with the Lakers. And as you said, Greg, he's not an analytics guy. And Clark, I think he's a guy that the eye test for him is huge.
Yeah, he feels a lot. Terrific communicator and storyteller. Great experience as a player and as a champion. And I think that all is evident in his coaching style.
That is good.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
About 1 minute into the first. Noah kicks to Gasol. Feeds it to Butler. Teardrop shot. Rebound collected by Clarkson. Here's Los Angeles now. Now let's send it down to Doris Burke, who is able to talk with Byron Scott.
One player he doesn't want to overlook is Pau Gasol. He said Pau has that hook shot that is nearly impossible to guard, and that most of their defense on Pau will be centered around denying him the ball and forcing him to catch it away from the basket. We'll see if they can execute that plan, guys.
All right, Doris, here is Rose, following the basket by Kobe Bryant. Dunleavy's shot is off. And here's the fast break. Russell leading the way. The shot, no good. Good D by Gasol. The Bulls have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Dunleavy kicks to Rose. Puts it up from 17, and Pau Gasol, the bucket on the assist by Rose.
And you know, it took them a while to get going, but they finally connected now on their 4th shot of the game.
It's incredible to think that Pau Gasol last year set a career high in points in a game for as long, Clark, as he's played. He had that 46-point game in January.
Yeah, that's 46 points for Pau to go with 18 rebounds. I mean,
right.
You rarely see a player of his age putting up a career high like that.
Now here's Rose, following the shot by Roy Hibbert. And he comes off the screen to bury the jump shot. Rose has got his first bucket of the night.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Now here's Randall. Outside Russell. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense.
And with Pau, that 46-point game, he became the oldest player to get 45 points and 15 rebounds. And a final point, guys, with Pau's career game, it's crazy to think that he did it while not being the first offensive option. I mean, he had been the go-to guy with his time in Memphis for so long.
He throw good. Clarkson. On occasions last year, the Lakers were all right on offense. Other times, they were just stagnant. There was just no motion, nothing going on.
That's a great point. And their ball movement could use some work. A lot of ISOs last season, and it killed a lot of the flow the team had in the half court.
Butler against Russell. Butler goes in. And again, Pau Gasol. Gasol's got his second basket of the night.
You know, for the Lakers, they were okay in the assist department, guys, but they were dead last in the league in secondary assists. That, to me, is indicative of an inefficient offense and also a new stat category.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
And for the Lakers and that secondary assist stat, that just means they aren't making the extra pass, or it means they are holding on to the ball too long. Either way, it hurts the offense.
Kobe Bryant is such a great all-around player. I mean, if there's one thing people don't talk about, it's his passing. He's 4th overall in assists amongst active players.
And going back to Kobe Bryant, guys, he had to learn the same thing that Michael Jordan had to learn on his own. To win championships, you have to trust your teammates and not take everything upon yourself.
Kobe learned from the best and played with some of the best. So you can't ask for a better way to spend a career.
Both shots good from the stripe.
And, you know, one thing that comes to mind with Kobe is his incredible dedication to winning. I mean, you wonder if that has turned off potential free agents. Maybe he's a bit too competitive, but, you know, when you're in the business of competing, hard for me to imagine you can be too competitive.
The Lakers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Over in the corner, Williams. That's in, coming off an assist by Kobe. Williams has got his first basket. Now Chicago has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. With Kobe and his competitiveness, it is something that he's coped with. Said it took him a while in the league, Clark, to realize not everyone loves basketball as much as he does.
Yeah, you know, even if you don't have the same kind of drive that has propelled Kobe all these years, I think you have to respect him for it. It shouldn't be a problem for potential free agents, in my opinion.
Now here's Gibson, following the miss by Kobe Bryant. Gibson throws it down with the quick putback jam.
No tip required when you've got room to make the stuff.
Yeah, some powerful second chance points right there.
Yeah, and guys, not wasting any time, just straight back up with it.
Now here's Kobe. 1:11 left in the first quarter. Outside Williams. Lets it go from deep. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
That's excellent defense right there on the perimeter.
Gibson with the screen on Williams. And Mirotic has it in the corner. No luck. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. And Young, here we go. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
This has been a thriller. You cannot say enough about the way these two teams have competed.
All indications, Greg, are that this game is going down to the wire. I mean, I'd be surprised, actually shocked, if it ended any other way.
Now, here is Young. Aaron Brooks missing his last shot.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Down low, well, their pass to Brooks. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. Guys back and forth this first half.
Well, 5 lead changes early on, guys, as we grapple back and forth.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Bulls lead by 1. From the United Center in Chicago, back in a moment. And the Gasol brothers, both starters in the All-Star game last season. It's the first time that's happened in NBA history. Pau talked about the joy of sharing the NBA stage with his brother Mark.
It's like a dream come true. It's hard to really picture it. I'm just proud to be Mark's brother, and I'm proud of what he's become as a basketball player and as a man.
Their story is a bit like a fairy tale, the way two of them, sons of medical professionals in Spain, have become two of the best centers in the NBA of this era.
Yeah, and especially, Kevin, when you remember what a raw talent and how big and bulky Marc Gasol was when he was drafted by the Lakers, who traded him to Memphis for his brother.
And we got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter. And taking a look at Chicago's performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
You can tell the point of emphasis has been to get to the offensive glass.
Yep, and they've set the tone here early with the hustle they've come out with.
Noah is out there with Mirotic. Then there's Dunleavy. Then it's Brooks. And it's Rose in at the point guard position. That's the Bulls 5 as we get into the second quarter. Takes the 13-footer. And Brooks comes up with the rebound. And last year, not exactly up to Noah's lofty standards. Was way down in field goal percentage and free throw percentages compared to the season before, but he did not play completely healthy all of last year either.
A little dinged up, missed 13 games more than he had the season prior, and also the minutes dropped as well. And you could just see him laboring at times on the floor, clearly affected by those injuries.
Russell with it, and Rose picks him up defensively. Hibbert with the screen. Clarkson dishes to Hibbert, stolen by Noah. And here we go, the Bulls fast break. Brooks leading the charge. And Mirotic kicks to Rose. Now the pass to Noah. The dish to Dunleavy. Shot clock at 5. Here's Rose, drilled from 11 feet out. And the Bulls lead by 5.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
The drive by Russell. The layup missed.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
Left side Rose. It's stolen by Randall. And it's the Lakers on the break. Here's Young. Finished off the break. Young's got his second basket of the game.
That is such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
And it's one thing to get the steal, but to so alertly turn it into a transition opportunity, even better.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Derrick Rose, unbelievable spirit. We know about his toughness, has fought through injuries of all kinds that might cause a lesser competitor to hang up his sneakers.
And competitor, that's the word, Kevin. I mean, he was impossible to outcompete at the high school level, the college level, and now in the pros.
Free throw dropped for Rose.
And, you know, back to D. Rose for a moment. He drives the lane now as hard as he did before the injuries. It's a level of fearlessness that only a few guys possess, and it's not teachable. You either have it or you don't.
Kirk Heinrich, he's checked in for Brooks. He's off on the second.
And, you know, back to D. Rose. He grew up in a brutally dangerous neighborhood on Chicago's South Side. Some of that fearlessness, that competitiveness he exhibits was learned early on out of necessity.
The shot by Hibbert, nobody around. Misfires after coming off the pick. The Bulls leading by 4. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. They get it back. For Los Angeles, they've gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. Young with no one around, sinks the triple. Young's got 7 points in the game.
And you could see he just caught a glimpse of the open man on the perimeter and immediately got him the basketball.
Dunleavy kicks to Mirotic. Can't get it to go. And the Lakers take it the other way. Young with the ball. And Rose picks him up defensively. The drive by Russell. Dishes it to Randall. And one feels bad for the way Julius Randle's career started. I was there that night. First game of the season, 7th pick out of Kentucky in the 2014 draft. Suited up for one game, broke his right leg 14 minutes in. And the guy that comforted him the most, I recall very vividly, Kobe Bryant stayed with him the entire time when he was really in shock on the floor.
He was, and unfortunately, for so many reasons. For one, he had really been progressing in the Summer League, and the Lakers obviously had high hopes for him. And when he went down, that was the start of the rest of the ship kind of going down with him.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Pau Gasol has checked in for Noah. Gibson comes in for Mirotic, and it's Jimmy Butler coming in for Mike Dunleavy. And he makes the first but misses the second.
They should be in front right now, but he'll be relieved not to have come up totally empty there.
Butler passes to Gibson. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. That's good. 6 points for Pau Gasol.
And, you know, going back to Randall's rookie year, his troubles really started during medical checkups before the draft. They found a foot injury dating back to high school. The 5th metatarsal had been broken, which may be why he fell a few spots in the draft. Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through the defense.
Butler against Bryant. The fadeaway. The rebound by Sacre.
And talking about Randall's rookie injuries, the Lakers were going to let him play through the foot. But once he broke the leg, they did season-ending surgery on the foot as well. Hopefully, now he can just stay healthy and get to play the game he loves.
Just 5 on the clock. Here's Sacre, and he stuffs it in on the jam.
Right back to the basics there, using the one-hand slam for that one.
Doesn't he make the basics look pretty exceptional?
Yeah, he does. They look sweet when he does them.
And he better stay with those basics because this game is still yet to be determined.
You know, Jimmy Butler is one of those guys who had to overcome major odds just to get to the NBA. Reportedly, his father abandoned the family when Jimmy was an infant. Mom kicked Jimmy out when he was 13. The obstacles and adversity go on, yet he's made it and made it big.
The Bulls have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line, so that's a nice all-around effort.
And, you know, a lot of times, guys, in some of their performances last year, their free throw numbers helped them win games.
And the Lakers making a change here. Russell's checked in. And so Butler nails both of them. And going back to Jimmy Butler, there were just so many times when he was set up to fail. He was not heavily recruited out of high school. He was even homeless when he was in high school in the Houston area. Went to a junior college, then Marquette, now in the NBA. So he played his freshman year at a junior college, which I think humbled him just a bit, but maybe gave him that work ethic that is so much a part of his game now.
And Kevin, the talent was there, and most of all, as we see how he dealt with adversity, the heart was there. He blocked out the distractions, and finally transferred to a major college and worked his way into becoming a first-round pick. Clearly a 2-for-1 situation here, guys.
Oh, without question, Greg. I mean, the wise move would be to get themselves a quick shot so they have an opportunity to get that 2-for-1.
Wow, he was just wide open there. That's way too easy.
Bryant against Butler. Russell dishes to Bryant. Bass with a screen for Bryant. Screened by Russell. And Bryant kicks to Williams. And there's the foul that's on Brandon Bass. That is his first foul of the game. Aaron Russ. Now here's Brooks. Gasol, a screen on Russell. Brooks, that's a two-pointer. No luck.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. It's the Bulls. They're up by 4. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Hey, Kevin, with Derrick Rose. Derrick, how does it feel to get back out there on the basketball floor here for the new season ahead?
It feels good, man, especially playing with my teammates. We have new teammates. We're just trying to come out here and just play hard and compete.
Great to have you back, Derrick. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks, Doris. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter started.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith as we start breaking it down for you. It was a closely contested first quarter for Chicago. They never dug too deep a hole for themselves in the first period. The most they trailed by was 5. The second quarter was a strong effort for them as they continued to battle, and they were able to close out the half in a good position. And Kenny, what did you think about what you saw from Chicago?
Well, you expect the home team to take care of business, and they have. They didn't play flawlessly, but they held their own. Now we get to see the true test in the second half.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on the Lakers?
Well, they're definitely struggling with their offensive efficiency. Anytime you're shooting in the low 30s from the floor, you're not going to put yourself in a position to win. They look too predictable right now. They need to do a better job of adjusting to what they're seeing from the defense.
And that'll do it for now as we send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. One of the great stories here, Nick Young getting it done today.
Yeah, created a lot of quality shots for himself in that first half, and he knew when to pass it up when the double team came.
And that led to a very high points per shot number for him. For those of you that are into analytics, that stat really tells how efficient a player has been, and he's been very efficient so far.
Lakers trail by 4.
You know, guys, one of the things that is always going to keep you competitive against the West is a good defense. It's one reason why the Bulls tend to be a tougher matchup for teams from the West, because they do D up.
And on the floor for Byron Scott as we get into the second half. Kobe and Randall, the forward duo. Clarkson is out there with Russell. And it's Hibbert in at the 5 down low.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a 1-footer. Come on now.
Bulls had a good year against the West last season. 17 up, 13 down against the Western Conference.
Yeah, and how about playing 500 or better against every division in the Western Conference? So impressive to think they did so well given how many games some of their starting players missed.
Big part of the problem for the Lakers last year was consistency. Clark, with all their injuries, they had to shuffle the lineup, it seemed, every game.
Well, you know what happened with all that shuffling was they got to see a lot of different players and evaluate them for the future. I think it helped in regards to what they're going to do this offseason.
That free throw good from Randall.
And for the Lakers, obviously the big get for them was landing the number 2 overall pick in the draft. Getting a quality big to add to a roster with Kobe is huge. It made them a player, again, I believe, in free agency.
And so he makes both from the line.
And, you know, when it comes to the Lakers, they're always going to be players in free agency if they have money. It's still a marquee franchise in the NBA, one of the top 2 or 3, no doubt. When you have high draft picks and money to spend, people want to play for you, and not to mention, California is an attractive destination.
Hibbert with the screen. Clarkson passes to Hibbert. 5 on the clock. The drive by Russell. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Russell's got his first 2 points.
Well, that's simply a great move there, Kevin. He dusted off the defense and got to the cup for the easy basket.
Chicago timeout call.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, I was able to listen in on what the head coach of the Chicago Bulls was going over in his huddle. Derrick Rose was the focus of the discussion, and he wants their offense to run through him. Coach is looking for him to take on a lot of responsibility when they've got the ball, to be a leader at the offensive end. Those are likely not the last adjustments they make today, guys. There's still time left in this one. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks a lot, Doris. Right side, Gasol deflects the pass.
And guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, G.A. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting him get all the way to the basket that time.
But it's only 2 points. I mean, it was flashy, no doubt, but still, it only counts for 2. 2 is all.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action. Chicago was as strong as they would have hoped for last season at home in the United Center. A lot of big wins for them here.
Yeah, and despite all the injuries, they go 27-14 at home, and that helped to assure them of home court in the first round of the playoffs.
Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by.
You know, you look back on the Bulls' record last year with 27 home wins. That's pretty solid. Same exact total as they had the year before. They haven't gone below 500 at home since 2008.
Clarkson kicks to Hibbert. Clock at 4. Here's Bryant. The shot is off. And the Bulls going the other way now.
And a big part of why the Bulls are tough at home is this crowd. I mean, sold out every game last season. Led the league in total attendance for 6 straight seasons, averaging over 21,000 fans per game.
Rose dishes to Gasol. Nice move. Got a piece of it. Now, here is Russell. Defended by Dunleavy. Russell kicks to Randall. Back to Russell. The 3. Chicago grabs the miss. Butler's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Rose with the ball. He's picked up by Russell. Rose attacking Gasol. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here. Mirotic is checked in for Dunleavy. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Nick Young's checked in for Russell. The Bulls have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4.
And no doubt the Lakers had some defensive issues last season. I mean, no true center on that roster. And at times, they were just feasted upon on the inside.
Bryant passes to Randall. That's good. And it's Kobe with the assist. Randall's got 4 points now in the quarter. Here is Rose. He has 7. Gasol a screen. Rose goes in. And again, Chicago. No good. Lakers trail by 5. To the middle. Randall with the bucket. Randall's got 7 points in the game. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Outside Rose. Rebound the Lakers.
Boy, he shredded the D with the patented crossover, but just couldn't convert.
The drive by Bryant. Stolen by Rose. Butler against Young. The feed to Gasol. Soft touch off the glass. 11 points in the game.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Young outside. Hibbert with the screen. Clarkson kicks to Bryant. Shoots off the screen. No good. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. Rose attacking. A rebound by Young. Lakers trail by 5. Pass to Clarkson. Rejected by Gasol. One-on-one here. Here's Rose. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Butler's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Bulls.
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending shots back.
You know, one other area they're doing well in is steals. I mean, they've knocked the ball loose a number of times and been able to track it down after the fact.
Clock is at 3. Here's Kobe. Bryant can't get that one to fall.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. That
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying Clark to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, partner?
Yeah, I would have to say there are a lot of questions right now from a defensive standpoint. That's for sure.
No good off the front iron.
Boy, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down.
Outside Rose. And it's in. Oh, he nails the buzzer beater.
Nice shot there without a second to spare.
You know, as a defending team in that situation, it really irks you to give up a shot like that to close out the quarter. You know, oftentimes those end-of-quarter points can be the difference in a ball game.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. The Bulls leading by 11. The big men are Gibson and Noah. Heinrich and Butler at the 2 and 3. And it's Brooks in at point guard. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Gibson. That one a little long.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there. And I'm sure he appreciated it. Great job to hit his teammate on that move, Kevin.
The Bulls shooting 49% on the game. They'll take that. Howard down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
Outstanding entry pass there. He knew exactly where to go with the ball.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Bryant drives in, and yes, sir, that one drops. Kobe's got 4 this quarter.
And that's just showing off right there, guys. I mean, he is too good with that crossover.
Gibson down low. He's guarded by Bass.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
Russell dishes to Williams. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They've got to get more intense.
Okay, fans, now coming to the court are your level Bulls. Make some noise and cheer them on. Find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, Kevin, I was able to listen in on what the head coach of the Chicago Bulls was going over in his huddle. His message was this: all of us know these guys are capable of exploding and putting up points in a hurry, so I don't want to see anybody letting up until that final whistle blows. Guys, back to you.
Heinrich passes to Brooks. And Gibson wide open. He shoots on the money from 12 feet away. And the Bulls lead by 8.
And with their hot shooting here in the second half, their field goal percentage over 50% now for the game.
Yeah, it's not a surprise then to see them out in front the way they've been efficient offensively in this half and actually throughout the entire game.
Clearly, he's not pleased with all the looks they've given up on the inside and also to get them to tighten up that defense.
Yeah, and I think he's going to let them know about it. I mean, they're playing some soft interior defense, and you can't win that way. That's a recipe for disaster if you're not going to play with some physicality inside.
Butler, he's checked in for Chicago.
Jimmy Butler.
About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Kobe with it. And he gets it to go.
Well, after a horrible half of shooting, they've bounced back here in the second half and picked up their shooting percentage quite nicely.
Brooks with no one around sinks the three-pointer.
Talk about doing a Rip Van Winkle on defense. Come on, guys, wake up. Why are they leaving him open at the three-point line? Come on.
It's Kobe Bryant on the wing, defended by Butler. Shoots a fader. Got that one. The Bulls' lead has been cut to just 7 points in the basket from Bryant.
Okay, that's more like it. A nice job here in the second. I mean, their field goal percentage is way up compared to what they did in the first half, where they shot a very low percentage. It actually was just above 30%.
Williams against Butler. Here's the floater. Good! And the Bulls lead by 9.
Well executed possession. They controlled the shot. Nicely done.
Lakers have gotten every shot they've taken so far in the fourth quarter to go in. That's 5 in a row to start the quarter. Gibson with the steal. Brooks against Williams. And Brooks. Here we go. Now the Lakers on the break. Kobe's running. Chicago grabs the miss. Butler's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Brooks kicks it to Noah. Gibson dishes to Butler. From 11 feet away, a rebound by the Lakers. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. The offensive rebound.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
From down in the low post, it goes. Butler's got the lead up to 11 now for Chicago.
And you know what? He's shaking off the cold shooting performance from the first half.
Butler against Kobe. Another shot. And Gibson sends it back. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. So for the Bulls, Gasol comes in for Taj Gibson. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Aaron Brooks. Roy Hibbert's checked in for the Lakers. Julius Randle comes in for Brandon Bass. Here's Kobe. The Lakers rebound. Randle kicks to Williams. Randle a screen on Gasol. Williams. And Gasol sends it back. Another one falls for Chicago.
No hesitation when he saw the space the D was giving him. That's 2.
Outside Bryant. Out to the right wing. Here's Randle. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Russell's got 3 assists now in this one. The Bulls leading by 11. 1:30 left in the fourth quarter. Dunleavy the pass to Rose. Gasol a screen. Rose goes in. He got right to the cup using that screen.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint. Derrick Rose possesses a great skill set, ball handling, passing, and understanding of how to score. First rookie to ever win the All-Star Weekend Skills Challenge.
Making a change here. Clarkson's checked in. .122 left in the fourth quarter. Kobe can't hit. Getting back to Rose, it's his extraordinary handle that allows him to get anywhere on the floor. Such confidence in the way he dribbles and drives, whether it's getting up in a position to set up a teammate, take it himself. He's the one very best at controlling that ball.
It's a great point. I mean, guys like D. Rose, Chris Paul, Steph Curry, Kyrie, they all have maximized that skill. I mean, the thing that separates him and puts him in that Russell Westbrook category is the pure physical strength. When healthy, he's able to play with.
So many people overlook Pau Gasol prior to last season seemed to think that Clark, he was past his prime.
Well, he was a starter in the All-Star game and a huge reason the Bulls played as well as they did. It was a big season for him. A lot of GMs shaking their head for not going harder after him.
No luck that time either.
You know, and with Pau Gasol, it was weird to think that the Lakers were just so ready to let him go and move on. No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Bulls.
Clark, the differential in assists led to a lot of open looks, and it also helped to get more guys involved in the offense easy.
They made the defense adjust by moving the ball like that, and there was no answer for it.
And we've come to expect nothing less from one of the league's elite players, but another tour de force for Butler. He just looked like an orchestrator out there. His teammates kept running to the open spot, and he found them time and time again. And with the skill set that Pau has and the year he had, there's no telling how long he can play at a high level. Again, one of those guys that never been reliant on the athletic ability to have an impact. And doing some dirty work on the offensive glass.
And then fouls it up, Greg, with heavy-duty jam on his mind with a terrific putback.
Got a pigeon on that one. Easy money right there, fellas. Going old school on you young fellas. Look that up, pigeon.
Outside Rose. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, Clark, made the difference.
Well, you know, at this stage, you've got to defend your home floor, and they did that.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Well, a nice win for you tonight, Joakim. What was the attitude of the team coming into this game and just in general?
Yeah, we played hard tonight. We're getting better. We just got to keep going. You know, it's a work in progress, and we just got to keep fighting, and get as many W's as possible.
Congratulations, Joakim. We appreciate it. Guys, over to you.
Thank you, Doris. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we have the opportunity to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Pau Gasol.
His accuracy from the field was pretty eye-catching. I mean, if he was shooting the ball, it was going in. You rarely see a performance like this with this crazy high shooting percentage. Wow.
Boy, how many times are we going to see Pau Gasol come out and control a basketball game like he did tonight? This guy who for years has been a mastermind of the low post game. Points, rebounds, assists. You're going to get it all from Pau Gasol on the block, not to mention his veteran leadership.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon.